Jeezy goes on Breakfast Club and talks about how it felt when him and Gucci Mane squashed their beef. Me and the Notification Gang would like to invite everybody to come join us Monday through Thursday, 9:20 to 10 o'clock for Morning Coffee, where we discuss the events of the prior day and also just talk mess about stuff. See you then.
Oh, Black Dynamite, I wish it was that simple, but this is much bigger than you and me.
Hey, little mama. It may be bigger than you, and it may be bigger than me, but it ain't bigger than you and me. Can you dig it?
BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Alright, so yeah. So apparently, for everybody that didn't know, Jeezy did an interview with the Breakfast Club this morning, and he spoke about the versus battle between him and Gucci Mane. First of all, when did Jeezy drop the young? I'm curious. Shout out to Jeezy, by the way, because a lot of these dudes, they don't drop the young or the little from their name. You're like, dude, it's been a long time. You had to have aged or grew. Anyway, Jeezy did an interview with the Breakfast Club, and he spoke on the situation revolving around Gucci Mane, at least the verses. This is what we're talking about. We're not. I'm gonna break it down for you real quick for everybody that don't know what the actual beef was, or not even what the actual. I'm gonna break down some of what the past beef was, but I just want y'all to understand that he broke down, how they came together and what possibly could happen in the future. But even more importantly, I think that he decided, him and Gucci Mane together, decided that they want to show these young dudes how it's done. Okay. Now, first thing that I want to say revolving around all of this is, go down into the comment section. I want to know, who did you think won, who you thought lost, and what the high point of the verses was for you. Like, what was the part of the verses that you thought was your best part of the verses, whether it was a song or whether it was something that happened. So with all that being said, so Gucci Mane, so Jeezy was speaking on the Gucci Mane situation. Now, real quick, I'm gonna just go through what the whole beef was for everybody that don't know. Allegedly, okay, so this first part, I don't know how true this is. Allegedly, Gucci Mane and his people were robbing spots that were owned by Jeezy. I don't know how true this is. I think it was just about a rap. I really think it was just rap beef that was street beef with rap beef. And so what ended up happening, regardless of whatever was the precipitated the whatever created the fight, of the argument or the beef, what ends up happening is Jeezy puts a bag on Gucci Mane's chain, basically, and says that if somebody goes and get Gucci Mane's chain, he'll pay him $10,000. When that happened, there was an individual or individuals that went after Gucci Mane at that point. They broke into his house. I believe he was at his home, and it did not go the way that the intruders wanted it to go. Gucci Mane ends up killing at least one of them, and he ends up burying that person somewhere, whatever the case is. And that's been basically the part of the beef that everybody has been speaking about. Yo, Jeezy, he murdered your man. How do you feel about that? And for the individuals that's like, yo, Jeezy, no, he killed your guy, you can't do a jump. I get what you're saying, and I'm not arguing here. I'm not here to argue that with you. I'm not here to say anything about that with you, because this isn't the point. If you want to say anything about either which one of them, I think Gucci should have had more reason to not do the verses than Jeezy, because Gucci killed Jeezy's man because there was a bag on his head. He didn't really put a... Come on, man. If you're going to go say you robbed that rapper and I give you a certain amount of money, you putting that rapper's life in jeopardy. That's a situation where you actually basically saying, go kill that guy, I'm going to give you $10,000. So To me, I think Gucci Mane should be the. He had more of a reason to not be there than Jeezy. Jeezy sent his homeboy to get whatever happened to him. His homeboy already knew about what was the possibilities of the event of him going and trying to do that foolishness. Gucci Mane was just sitting in his crib chilling, and he had people showing up, and he had the John Wick the moment. So, that's just my. I'm not here to argue with you. Matter of fact, go down low. I want to know what you guys think about it. Either which way that you're thinking, who is more wrong or more right or whatever. I think that you got it right, but I just want to know what you think about it. Anyway, so they spoke on basically how they had to come together, and I'm telling you, I think that Gucci and Jeezy did this because in music right now, we have this trend where rappers are arguing with each other, and it's really at this point, who's gonna be the next to die? And that's sad. That's overwhelmingly sad if you really understand that. If you become a rapper nowadays and some random person starts beefing with you that you don't even want to beef with, it's your life. Being a young rapper nowadays is dangerous. Being an older rapper, not so much. But being a young rapper, a rapper 30 and under, it's dangerous. If you get to become a 35, 36, 37-year-old and you rapped at one point, God bless you. That's a fact. Because nowadays, these young rappers, they just not making it. If you popping, somebody's going to figure out a way to start a beef with you, and then that beef might turn into some street shit. I'm just saying what it is. So it was dope to see Jeezy and Gucci come together. And there's just a point that I wanted to make this video about, that I wanted to talk about specifically. And that was when they were at the VERZUZ, and Gucci said Jeezy extended the olive branch. I'm going to explain something. These two dudes are very successful. When you reach your success and somebody extends the olive branch and you take it, you can still deal with them. But when you haven't reached your success yet, you have to take into consideration that the only reason why that other person is trying to extend the olive branch to you is so they can figure out a way to do more foolishness to you. We live in a different world than Jeezy and Gucci. So I don't know if these young rappers are going to be able to come to their senses and stop killing each other. I hope they do. We need to figure something out. But I think that we should all clap it up for Jeezy and for Gucci Mane for at least trying to show what can be done. But also remember, they was beefing with each other for 20 years. And there was an attempt made on one of their lives. It's just that dude was really about it and not just talking about it. Because most of these dudes out here now, and I'm not talking about, you can still, you can still be murdered if you bout it. So I'm not trying to say if somebody got murdered, they're not bout it. But I'm saying most of these rappers nowadays, they aren't. The people they with are, but they aren't. And even if you are, I think that we need to start focusing on things other than that. Look at all of these soldiers we got out here in these streets. And instead of those soldiers fighting for us, those soldiers are fighting against each other. I just personally think we need to figure something out. Because that got to stop. We need to figure out a way to get our soldiers to work together. I think we got to clap it up for Jeezy and Gucci Mane. Go check out that Breakfast Club interview. It was lit. I am not a big fan of neither one of these guys. I think they make really good music for the most part. They both got hits. They both got dope music. I am a fan. But if I go somewhere, I'm not turning their music on. I mean, there might be a song or two I might want to hear. But after seeing the way that they was able to come together the other night, and then seeing the way that Jeezy spoke about it in the aftermath of the whole situation, I have just a certain respect for these guys now. We have to be grown men. We can't keep conducting ourselves like little children. We have to decide at some point that we are going to grow up. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.
Mike Jones.
Oh, Black Dynamite, I wish it was that simple, but this is much bigger than you and me.
Hey, little mama. It may be bigger than you, and it may be bigger than me, but it ain't bigger than you and me. Can you dig it?